I'm going to take a second to talk to you about underdogs.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for
Yeah.
you.
Fly Eagles, fly Eagles on the team. Touchdown, touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man soft. Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randolph. Season here, really time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. I already see the comments. Where's Big Game James? He gonna come in and face that music Thursday. I think we're gonna do the show Thursday. But yeah, how about them birds? Huh? We out here about to go play these 49ers. I'm ready. This was a great weekend. I'm excited about what happened with the Eagles game. Obviously, going out there getting that big win. I'm happy that the Dallas Cowboys lost. It would have been nice to be the team that actually took them out. But unfortunately, we had to watch the Niners do it. So shout out to the Niners. Shout out to my guy, Jason Aponte. We had Jason Aponte on the show. If you're a member, you got to see it a little early live, I should say like that. But if you are not, you're going to see it probably at the halfway mark of this show, probably ended up with this. But shout out to everybody that's already in the chat. If you're on the YouTube side, you guys are the live chat. You know what I'm saying? If you're on the Facebook side, Twitter side, Twitch side, definitely come on over to YouTube, hit that like, hit that subscribe. If you are already here, we already got 20 people in the chat. So let's talk. I didn't even do my intro. That's how you know. It's championship weekend. Y'all don't even know who I am. Y'all don't even know what the show is. I just went in. I'm hyped. The Eagles are just, they did everything that they were supposed to do against the Giants. Now, it was the Giants, right? It is just the Giants. I'm not going to sit here and pound my chest and act like we beat the Super Bowl champs. But that is what you were supposed to do. If we would have came out of that game winning 20-17 or 13-10 or so, I would have been a little bit worried. But our offense was clicking, our defense was clicking, our special teams didn't mess up, right? And that's what you want. So from all 3 cylinders, I guess usually they say, I'll say 4, right? We'll add coaching as a cylinder because it just feels better to say that. All 4 cylinders were firing, right? You had all your guys out there doing what they were supposed to do from the top to the bottom. So it was a beautiful game. Beautiful game. But yeah, y'all know who I am, man. It's Joe Castro, a.k.a. Philly Fresco, and it is Philly, the podcast. So we're going to talk, man. Let's get into these comments. Y'all going crazy already. I already feel it. I already know where most of these comments are going to go because you're not going to see many Cowboys fans in these comments. And if I'm wrong, shout out to you. Shout out to the maybe 1 or 2 Cowboys fans that are going to actually show face after that loss. But we're going to get into it, man. I'm hyped today. I don't care. What's going on, Drew Johnson? Drew Johnson, the first person up in the building. Always in here. Dirty Sith, always in here. What's going on? I'm chilling, Drew. I'm chilling. I'm feeling good. After talking to Jason about these Niners, after talking to people that, are Niners fans and, know their team, I don't want to sit here and act like I'm not, there's a little anxiety. I'm anxious for the game, but to sit here and act like I'm nervous about the 49ers, I'm not. There's a lot that we don't know about them, but the more that it kind of clears up, I'm feeling like we can take advantage of them in the ways that we want to. So I'm feeling good. How are you feeling? Martin, what's going on? Let's get it now. Yeah, this is time. This is the money time. This is where Jalen Hurts is really going to earn that bread. If he goes out there and balls out again against the 49ers, that 45-50 is getting a little bit closer to the 50, right? His agent is probably sitting at home. Nicole Lynn, shout out. She probably sitting at home just like every yard, every touchdown's another 1,000, another 100,000. Like, he's making his bread this offseason, so I'm ready, man. I'm ready. This is what we've been waiting for. The Eagles are ahead of schedule, and that's something that I don't feel like a lot of people are talking about, and I rightfully so. Who wants to really think about the offseason or next year right now? But when you look at it, man, if we go out here and we win this game, we're playing with house money in that Super Bowl. We really are. Like, I think that we should win this game, right? I would be very disappointed if we lost this game, unless it was a great fight and, they're just a better team. But if you get to the Super Bowl, we weren't supposed to be there. That wasn't the plan going into this year. I'm sure that the coaching staff and the owner, Jeffrey Lurie, at one of the, post game, I think it was for the NFC East division, he said that this was one of their goals and nobody flinched. So I'm sure they had confidence in this team, but man, we get to that Super Bowl, we playing with house money, and I want them to go all out. So this game, be who you are, and I think that'll be good enough to win the game. So I took all that from let's get it now. That's, what I'm saying? I'm hyped because I'm over analyzing just random words at this point. Mon, what's going on? And now Castro is your boy, Big Game James at the Dallas fans. I want that smoke. He hit me up to his. Look, James is my brother. You know what I'm saying? You already know. But he hit me up to his credit right after the game and was like, all right, when we going live, let me just, get this butt whooping. Let me just get it over with. Because he knows y'all waiting for him. I know y'all waiting for him. It's going to be fun. The boy witness protection. He going to pop out. Martin said, where's your boy BGJ? Yeah, everybody wants. He go pop out. Don't worry. He definitely not ducking. Ryan Rowe, what's going on? Mike says 2 more wins, and that's all it is. At this point, it's just 2 more wins. That's all you have to look at it. I'm giving respect to the 49ers where their respect is due. They are a good team. We are the best 2 teams in the NFC, and we're here because of that, right? So all due respect to the 49ers, I'm not afraid of that. I feel like we match up very well. It'll be a good game. I'm not going to sit here and act like, it's going to be a blowout or anything like that, but if my team shows up, right, and both teams can say this. I mean, throughout the playoffs, that was what was said, right? You look at even the Dallas Cowboys. We were saying if the Dallas Cowboys that are effective on offense and defense shows up, they could be a hard team to beat. So I'll say this. If the Eagles that we know and love, that got us those 14 wins, if that team shows up, we're going to be hard to beat. If they make it a slow, pounded out game, running game, I think that we can do that. I think if you look at the passing game, I think we can take advantage of them in the passing game. I like our offensive line enough that they can go against the great players that they have. Nick Bosa's not trash, right? Nick Bosa, he's DPOY. He's that guy, right? Even though I think Hassan Reddick should be that guy. But anyway, we're going to move on from that. They have dogs, right? Fred Warner, you can start naming guys on that defense and say they got players, but we have players too, right? We have guys that can take care of their own, and I feel like if those guys show up, we're a hard out. We're a hard team to beat. So, I mean, hey, I'm there, man. I'm there. Eagles has landed. What's going on? What's going on? Eagles has landed. Mandolin, the beautiful Mandolin. That's my beautiful girl right there. Shout out to her. She said, "Go Birds." Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Unspoken Word says, everybody was talking spicy to me last week. Now I can't find them. They're gone. They're ghosts. That's the thing. I'm scrolling through. I haven't seen a Cowboys fan yet. Where are they at? I haven't seen the Giants fan. Where are they at? I don't know. I have no idea where they are. So I feel you, Unspoken Word. I feel you. Martin Perez says, let's also remember Justin Fields beat the 49ers defense. The Broncos beat the 49ers defense in a low scoring. Both were low scoring games. I mean, look, they're beatable. They're obviously now on a 12-game win streak, and all respect to them throughout that. That's hard to do no matter what, schedule you have, no matter what is put in front of you, regardless of that. Winning 12 games in a row is not easy to do in the NFL, and they're there right now. That's where they are right now. But it reminds me of when they were telling me to be worried about Case Keenum, right? It reminds me when we went out there and blew him out. So, obviously the Vikings are kind of a ish show in their own right? They're really not even, I don't know what it is. It's kind of the coaching, the players disappear. Kirk Cousins disappears in big moments. Justin Jefferson couldn't get my parlay one, but anyway, we're not going to talk about that. But so there's a lot of differences, but at the same time, it gives me this type of feel that we're supposed to be afraid of a quarterback just because he's beating other teams. Let's see what you can do against us. I do feel like Brock Purdy is good. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like my defense is great. So, when you even that out, what wins? And I guess that's what we'll find out Sunday. What's going on, Davon? What's up, Joe? Let's go Birds. Yeah, let's go Birds. I'm ready. I am definitely ready. Them boys ain't coming here today. They're definitely, they got caught up at work today. You know what I'm saying? They definitely going to be probably the best employees for like the next 3 or 4 weeks, because they're going to want to keep their head to the grindstone and just, no, I'm just working a lot. I meant to be there, Joe. It's just been working a lot, and nah, bro, you scared. But it is what it is. I love it. I like it. A lot of people sound upset. Like I said, I wanted to beat the Cowboys. Don't get me wrong. I would have loved to have played them in the playoffs. But watching the Niners do it was probably just as sweet. So it is what it is. Cowboys fans equals ghost facts. Holmes is too busy making excuses for Dak. Look, I knew that people were going to be on here talking about the Cowboys, talking junk about the Cowboys. Yeah, I know usually I'm all about just kind of, let's worry about us. But today I got time. Today. We could talk about Dak. I said it early in the season. I said it on the last Best of Enemies that the only thing that the Dallas Cowboys should have been worried about was themselves being inconsistent. People in the chat were telling me I was wild. James said he thought I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. They were inconsistent. From week to week, you see a different Dallas offense. Now, you can put that on the coaching staff. You can realistically put that on Kellen Moore. The offense that he calls for Dak may not be perfect for Dak. But you also have to put that and realize that on Dak, if you're paying him he's not even getting paid like crazy money now that you really look at, the other contracts. But if you're going to pay him and re-sign him, because after this year, not this year, but the next year, he's gone, right? You don't have him under contract. So if you're looking to re-sign him, you have to do so with the mindset that you're going to have to put players around him. So is Dallas willing to do that? You just gave up your best offensive weapon in Amari Cooper. CeeDee Lamb has, taken that place, but it's obviously not enough. So they got some questions to worry about. Dak is going to be very interesting storyline to watch, because I don't know if there is value in trading him, if you would get any value out of him. Maybe it's just getting out of that contract. I know that they take on a huge cap hit if they were to try and trade, or, just outright cut him, which I don't see happening. Somebody told me that Zeke is down to take I think my girl actually told me this, so shout out to her. She's becoming an insider. That's how it works when you watch a show long enough. No, I'm just kidding. But no, she was telling me, somebody said that Zeke was willing to take a pay cut to stay with the Cowboys. That's the type of stuff they're going to need. They're going to need people to just want to play with Dak. And, do they want to? I mean, after that game, do they want to? Brett Maher should have literally took off his helmet and threw it on the floor like Dak did when he was missing field goals once Dak started throwing interceptions. But either way, that's neither here nor there. That's just a whole nother topic for a whole nother time. Them boys ain't coming here today. Where are we at? I don't even want to talk about the Cowboys. We knew that they were what they were. Facts. Let's talk about 49ers and how we can get another win, go 1-0 again. Exactly. That's all that matters. What's going on, Smitty, first of all? But that's all that really matters is looking. And, shout out to Jason. Jason's my dog. And like I said, this was a really good interview. Gives you a really good deep dive into who the 49ers kind of are. But, he said he wanted to kind of enjoy that win, which I understand. That was an emotional thing. And I don't want to say emotional, like, oh, that's meant everything to them. But the Dallas Cowboys and them have a history, and it was a knockdown, drag them out type of game, right? And that all that works in the favor of the Eagles, because I know that, he's obviously just somebody that covers the team, and he's not out there playing Sunday, but it's fair to think that the players might feel that same way. Brock Purdy might feel like he's accomplished a lot, which he has. If they let up at all, the Eagles should be able to take advantage of it. They should be. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube chat. We got 40 people on the YouTube side. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe while you are here. If you are on the Facebook side, if you are on the Twitch, Twitter, wherever I am live that I might not even notice, definitely come on over to the YouTube side, join the conversation, and hit that like and subscribe while you're here. Show Enough in the building. Still always the best name on YouTube. I have to find that movie. So I can make my girl watch it, because I've been wanting to show her that. Show Enough. I love that movie. The 49ers D-line is overrated. They got zero pressure on Dak. Yeah, yes and no. I think I have to look at the numbers. I don't know if they got any sacks or anything. I wouldn't say they're overrated. I don't think they're as flushed out as we are. I think that when you look at the Eagles, obviously you had 4 people over 10 sacks, right? But not just that, you also had a Fletcher Cox that, got a good amount of sacks. You also got a couple of guys that have a handful amount of sacks. So it wasn't just the 4 guys that did it. So we have a lot of dogs. Whereas with them, I feel like they have a couple. Don't get me wrong. I think that, you look at their defensive line, it's obviously kind of fronted by Nick Bosa, and I think that if you can stop Nick Bosa, I think that it bodes well for you down the line. Like, whereas if you look at the Eagles and if you're able to stop Hassan Reddick, that doesn't necessarily mean you're out of the woods, if that makes sense. But so I won't say that they're overrated. I would say that I think we can take care of them though. What's going on, Hewan? What's going on? Gannon better tighten up. What's going on, Jay Koch? He says Gannon better tighten up coverage. There's no way to have long developing routes. I agree. Oh, 49, dang. 49ers defensive lineman getting caught on some charges. I'm going to have to look at that. Charles Amenhue, I don't know how to say his name, arrested. So I wish I knew that before the show this morning. I would have asked Jason about that. That would be interesting. So we'll see what happens there. I mean, look, they got to go 100